Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of business, and it seems today we're about to decode a company that might be in a bit of a pickle with its watchdog friends. Today we're diving into a filing from Brand Engagement Network Inc. or BNAI. What's the story here? Well, it looks like BNAI might have missed a deadline for a really important report, and someone at the Nasdaq stock market wasn't too happy about it, and to make things even more interesting, they're letting us know about it in a filing. So what exactly is this report all about? Well, it's a current report filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. Think of the SEC as the referee of the stock market, making sure everyone plays fair. This report is filed when something significant happens with a company. The date here, August 21st, tells us when this whole situation kicked off, or at least when the company is officially reporting it. And the company involved is Brand Engagement Network Inc., better known by its ticker symbol BNAI. Just some company housekeeping here. Delaware is where they're incorporated, and those numbers are their filing identifiers, which are important for the SEC, but not so much for our story today. Now, this tells us what kind of stuff BNAI trades on the Nasdaq stock market. We've got their common stock, which is like the basic share of ownership in the company, symbolized by BNAI, and then they have these things called redeemable warrants. Warrants are essentially options to buy stock at a certain price in the future. In this case, you can buy a share of BNAI for 11.50 cents. The company is also identifying itself as an emerging growth company. This means they're relatively new and get some special treatment and rules from the SEC, kind of like a probationary period. Okay, now we get to the juicy part. Item 301 is all about notices of delisting or failure to meet listing rules. This usually means trouble. So here's the core issue. BNAI was already late filing its quarterly report, the one that shows how well they did in the second quarter of the year. They even filed a notice saying they'd be late. And because they were late, the Nasdaq stock market sent them an official notice. Nasdaq is the place where BNAI stock is traded, so they have rules that companies have to follow to stay listed. The reason for the notice is pretty simple. They broke a rule. Specifically, they didn't file their report on time. Nasdaq Rule 525 is pretty standard. It requires companies to keep up with their filings. Now, Nasdaq is giving them a chance to fix this. They have 60 days from August 21st, which is until October 20th, to either file that missing quarterly report or to come up with a plan to show Nasdaq how they'll get back on track. They say they'll file the report as soon as they can, but if they can't make that October deadline, they're planning to present a plan to Nasdaq. If Nasdaq likes their plan, they could give BNAI even more time, up to 180 days from the original due date, which would be around February of next year, to get everything sorted. But if Nasdaq says no to their plan, BNAI can take it to a special hearing panel to argue their case. The good news for BNAI investors is that this notice doesn't mean their stock is being kicked off Nasdaq right away. It's a warning, not an execution. Then we jump to item 701, which is about Regulation FD. This just means they have to share important information with everyone at the same time. They are also mentioning that they released a press release on August 27th about this notice, and that press release is attached to this filing as Exhibit 99.1. And like most filings, they include a section on forward-looking statements. This is basically a legal disclaimer saying that some of the things they say might be about the future, and those future things might not actually happen because of risks and other stuff. They're just stating their current expectations. Finally, we have item 9.01, which covers financial statements and exhibits. This confirms again that Exhibit 99.1 is the press release they issued regarding this notice. And Exhibit 104 is usually the interactive data file that makes understanding their public filings easier. And of course, the filing is signed off by company officials. Here we see Walid Khiari, the Chief Financial Officer, signing off on the report dated August 27th, which is after the Nasdaq notice was issued. Now let's look at the bigger picture here. BNAI failed to file its quarterly report on time, and this has put them in violation of Nasdaq's listing rules. This isn't the end of the world for them right now, as they have a grace period to correct the issue. However, it does raise questions about the company's internal processes and financial reporting capabilities. A company that can't get its basic reports filed on time might have deeper issues that could affect investors' trust and the overall health of the business. In the world of investing, timely and accurate financial information is incredibly important. When a company stumbles on this fundamental reporting capabilities, a company that can't get its basic reports filed on time might have deeper issues that could affect investors' trust and the overall health of the business. In the world of investing, timely and accurate financial information is incredibly important. When a company stumbles on this fundamental requirement, it can be a red flag for potential investors. It's like a chef who can't even get the ingredients ready for the meal before worrying about the presentation. The focus should really be on fixing those core operational and reporting issues first. The company's direction seems to be leaning toward. Alright, that's our breakdown of Brand Engagement Network Inc.'s latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.